Pittsburgh Steelers defensive coordinator Terrell Austin reveals the truth that Mark Robinson is just not ready to be a starter at the inside linebacker position, and that's why they're going elsewhere. So, Mark Robinson, he came into the season as the only one on the depth chart for the Steelers who was in the inside linebacker room in 2022. He looked like a guy who with raw ability, someone who's a really good tackler and a hard hitter, and some fans wanted to see that hard hitter defender be out there for the majority of downs. But on Tuesday, Terrell Austin, he spoke with Ray Fittipaldo of the Pittsburgh Steelers Post-Gazette, and defensive coordinator Terrell Austin still doesn't think Robinson is ready to be playing. Apparently, Austin said to him, Mark Robinson quite isn't ready to be a every down linebacker, but he's moving in the right direction. It's actually really interesting looking at this situation from an outside perspective because last season, if you remember, Mark Robinson was actually played as a starter over Devin Bush and Miles Jack for like 2 games, where he was in there to stop the run against the Ravens, and I forget who the other team was, but he did start like 2 games for the Steelers late last season as a rookie. But now this season, when the Steelers have been plagued with injuries at the linebacker position, especially on the inside with Kwon Alexander, Cole Holcomb, it seems like Mark Robinson just wasn't given a shot like he did last year for some reason. They brought in someone from the outside and from the practice squad in Mykal Walker, and now they signed Blake Martinez and went and got Miles Jack that was on the team last season as well. So Mark Robinson just isn't given the shot, and I kind of understand it, but I kind of don't at the same time because the Steelers obviously they got some guys in Blake Martinez who is purely a run stopper, and then they got Miles Jack. And apparently Mike Tomlin said, just based off his words, he didn't announce it, but it sounds like Blake Martinez is going to get kind of the step ahead of Miles Jack as he's still working on his conditioning, Miles Jack that is, and Blake Martinez will give him a chance over him probably this week. So the Steelers, they brought in some outside guys, and this season it doesn't look like Mark Robinson will give him the shot. On the hand that I don't understand, it doesn't make sense to me because, like I said, both those guys are tacklers, and it seems like whenever Mark Robinson is given a chance to play on the field, he always comes in and does his job really well and makes key tackles and has hard hits. So it seems like whenever he's in the game, he does really well, but I kind of understand they want veterans on the group because Mykal Walker, even though he is considered a veteran and he played like 4 seasons in the NFL, the Steelers probably want someone with great communication and someone who's been a veteran in this league in Martinez and Jack, someone who can wear the green dot and communicate well. So it does kind of make sense, but if Roberts does miss time with his groin injury, expect not to see Mark Robinson, expect to see Blake Martinez and Miles Jack eventually. So that is Terrell Austin revealing that Mark Robinson is just not ready, and that's why we have not seen him play more than just like special teams and just a few downs here and there at the linebacker position. But let's move on to the next topic of the video, which is kind of previewing the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers game that will be happening tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday Night Football prime time. This is everything you need to know about this game. So the Pittsburgh Steelers will be the home team. They will be playing at Acrisure Stadium, meaning that the Patriots are going to be visiting and being the away team. So looking at the practice availability and the injury report for both teams, I'm going to start off with the Steelers. The Steelers have a long, lengthy injury report. Kenny Pickett, quarterback, ankle injury, did not practice. Running back Najee Harris, knee injury, did not practice. Macus Patrick, who's dealing with a hand injury, full participant. Cornerback James Pierre, shoulder injury, did not practice. Linebacker Elandon Roberts on Monday did not practice, but on Tuesday was a limited participant. Defensive tackle Montravius Adams, ankle injury, practiced in full. Center Mason Cole with a neck injury was limited. Isaac Seumalo, shoulder injury, was limited. Keno Benton, oblique injury, limited. Cameron Heyward with a groin injury, limited. So the team did not announce it yet, but from those people I named, Kenny Pickett is probably going to be out. Najee Harris is probably going to be playing. Macus Patrick's going to be cleared. James Pierce is going to be questionable for the game probably. Elena Roberts is going to be kind of like a game time decision, questionable as well. Montravius Adams, it was announced he will be playing. Mason Cole will be playing. Isaac Malu, he might be questionable. Keanu Benton, he will be playing. Cameron Heyward, he will be playing. So it's kind of that what I think the injury report will look like and those game time decisions and who's in, who's out. But looking at the New England Patriots injuries this week, they also have a lot of injuries and a lot to their wide receivers and running backs. So their practice report looked like this. Keyshawn Buett with a shoulder injury, wide receiver, was limited. Demario Douglas in concussion protocol did not practice. Ramondre Stevenson, ankle injury, did not practice. Defense lineman Christian Barmore, shoulder injury, limited. Chris Board, linebacker, back injury, was limited. Offensive tackle Trent Brown with an ankle and hand injury, limited. Devontae Parker, knee injury, was limited. Riley Reef, knee injury, limited. Juju Smith-Schuster, ankle injury, was limited. So they have a lot of limited players, and the people I expect to be out of the game for sure is Demario Douglas and Ramondre Stevenson. But the other people, I do expect them to be playing, but some of them might get a questionable destination on them. But I expect most of those guys to be playing just based off what their injuries are. So that's what the Steelers injury report and the New England Patriots injury report looks like for this week's game. And this is kind of who's in, who's out for the most part, and everything you need to know. But now just moving on to the actual game being played on the field, these are two really bad teams right now. The Steelers are coming into this game with a 7-5 record and just losing to a 2-10, basically last place in their division team in the Arizona Cardinals. And the New England Patriots are coming into this game with a 2-10 record and just getting shut out, putting up 0 points against the Chargers. So both these teams, as of right now, they aren't playing good football, but one of them is still in a playoff position and fighting for a playoff chance. But the other team is basically looking to be in the draft and getting a high draft pick and maybe picking a quarterback. So both these teams are really struggling right now and trying to find their groove. But Steelers, let's start with them. Because Kenny Pickett is out, meaning that it will be Mitchell Trubisky, it was announced that Mitchell Trubisky, he's going to have kind of some shot plays down the field to try to be aggressive. He said in his own conference interview that he wants to be aggressive as well, push the ball down the field, because that's something that he really does well, and that's something that he really does a lot. And that's why some decision making, sometimes he throws interceptions because he's trying to push the ball down the field. But obviously they're still going to be running the ball, trying to get Najee Harris, Jalen Warren involved, because that's what they do best. But expect Mitchell Trubisky to have some shot plays down the field to get George Pickens and Deontay Johnson involved. And then the defense should have a feast day against New England Patriots. Facing a team with their quarterback being Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones, Malik Cunningham, facing a team with those three as their quarterbacks, the Steelers defense should have a really good time. The Patriots offense just got shut out by the Chargers, and we all know what the Steelers defense usually does, holding teams to less points. So hopefully they're able to do the same and not let up points to the New England Patriots and give the Steelers an easy win. This should be an easy win, but we know it's never an easy win with the Steelers. But looking at the New England Patriots side of the ball, their offense, obviously, like I said, just got shut out. So they're going to try to be putting up a fight, trying to put up some points and prove that they're not a bad offense. Bailey Zappi, he's going to try putting up some yardage and going after the Steelers defense because he just got shut out. And Juju Smith-Schuster, he's returning to the Pittsburgh Steelers, facing them. So we all know he has a chip on his shoulder, returning to Heinz Field, which is now Acrisure Stadium for the first time since he's left. So he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. But obviously, their running game is what gets them going. And Ezekiel Elliott is probably going to be the guy, with Ramondre Stevenson did not participate in practice the last 2 days. So expect that from the offense. But from the defense, their defense is pretty good. Even though their rankings aren't good overall in the NFL, just looking at the points that they don't allow too much points. Even though they got shut out against the Chargers, they only allowed 6 points. And then the week prior when they lost to the Giants, they only allowed 10 points. So their defense is not bad. So expect the Steelers offense to maybe struggle against the Patriots defense, but hopefully that's not the case. So this is everything you need to know about this game, who's in, who's out, and kind of updates on why Mark Robinson is not playing and kind of won't be the starter inside linebacker, even though there's a lot of injuries on the team. But let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about that? Do you believe Mark Robinson should be a starter over Blake Martinez and should be given a chance? Or do you agree with Terrell Austin kind of starting Blake Martinez if Landon Roberts cannot go? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also let me know who you think's winning this game against the Steelers versus the Patriots. I believe the Steelers will win this game, even though they have been struggling. I still think they'll pull it off, and they kind of have to, because if they lose this game, then they kind of have no chance. So this is a must-win game against a really bad team of the Patriots. And I don't think the Patriots really want to win this game either. I think they would rather have draft position, but we all know they're just not trying to lose, but they're just not a good team. But I think the Steelers will win. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like serious content analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for the channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post next year's video. I post every day just to stay up to date. Turn on notifications, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.